Usman, the guys must be feeling pretty confident after the win yesterday.
Yeah, it's obviously any win's a good win, but yesterday was pretty comprehensive. The bowlers bowled beautifully, and then Maxi and Finchy went out there with great intent and really just set the game for us to win.
Nice surprise for you, obviously, to come into the squad, even though obviously you don't wish an injury on a player.
Yeah, obviously it was a big surprise. And these things sort of happen, come out of nowhere. Davey got the rough end of the stick, so I'm sure he'll be back soon.
What's it mean for you, though, when you get an opportunity like this? How important is it that you step up?
I think every opportunity counts, whether you're playing state cricket, international cricket, whatever. But in the end, it's a team game. So obviously you want to go out there, do well, score runs. Obviously that's my job. And then if you do that, contribute for the team, and you win games, that's what it's all about.
Were you, when you got dropped from the Test side a year or so ago, did you think that you'd be, the next time you play for Australia would be in a one-day team rather than the Test team?
No, probably not if I thought about it back then. I'd always wanted to play Test match and one-day cricket for Australia, and I'd done quite well over the last couple of years in one-day cricket domestically, but obviously, with Huss in the team and Pana, a few other guys settled in, it's always going to be tough, but obviously them guys going probably made a few more opportunities. Probably the reason you've seen a few more faces out.
Do you think your game's better suited to play one-day cricket? I mean, not that you're not suited to play Test cricket, but you feel as you've added to your game and you can score well in limited overs as well?
Yeah, I think I always bat best when I'm positive anyway. I've done, coming up from grade cricket all the way through domestic cricket, as I said, I've always batted better when I'm trying to score runs, and I think that sort of helps in one-day cricket because you go out there and you do try to score runs, and I think it was just a case of proving to myself and everyone else that I could score runs in one-day cricket as well as the longer form, and hopefully, things will keep going well.
How much is the upcoming tour of India on your mind?
Not so much yet. There's a game on tomorrow, and to be honest, it's probably all I'm thinking about at the moment, but as soon as I find out what's going on with India and when we're heading off and what's happening, then I'll probably start thinking about it a bit more.
Would you like to be one of those players that can get over there a bit early and acclimatise?
Yeah, it's a funny question. It's, I love to play, for Australia too in the one days, but obviously there's a big Test series coming up too. So, it's a big Test series, different conditions to what we have here, very different conditions. So, a bit of exposure over there wouldn't hurt either.
Expecting to take that spot of Mike Hussey's left vacant?
I'd love to take it, but obviously there's a lot of time in between now and then. Obviously, Michael Clark and Mickey Arthur, when they get over there, they'll have to sort out the best team, for the first Test match coming up. So hopefully I can just get up there and, put my head down and work on what I want to work on, and then, worry about the rest later.
He's basically anointed you as the man to take his spot. I mean, how does that make you feel when someone of Hussey's stature has that much faith in backing you?
It's always nice. Huss is a really good fella. Obviously a great cricketer. But then in the end, I think the hard work is still ahead of me. I've obviously done a lot of hard work to get where I am now, but there's a lot of hard work to get where I want to be too. So, as I said, I just got to keep my head down and not get too far ahead of myself because there's a lot of cricket coming up, and I'm hoping I can put my hand up and do well, for Australia or whoever I play for.
Have you played much in India before?
I've only been there once, probably 2005 for an under-19s one-day series.
And how did you find it?
I didn't find it too much different, but it's a bit different, white ball, red ball. We only playing one-day cricket, so the wickets didn't really deteriorate. They were pretty good, so obviously it'd be a new challenge for me.
What do you need to do to succeed over there? Because there's different conditions to how you play over here.
That's a good question. I think, once I get over there, I'll have to suss it out myself. Actually, have to suss out the conditions for yourself, and no one else can help you while you're out there when you're batting. So I think every individual has to take it upon themselves to go out there and figure it out and find out ways to, obviously, as a batsman, score runs, and as a bowler, take wickets.
We've used Van Cowens that they're practising the sweep shot. You've been doing anything similar?
Yeah, I've always found the sweep quite natural for me, but to be honest. Like I have practiced a little bit in terms of Indian conditions, but in the end, it's going to be probably, I have to get over there and see what it's actually all about for making my final sort of, game plan as to how I'm going to go about it. And in the end, you can't really complicate things anyway. As a batsman, my job is to go out there and score runs, and that's what I'm going to try to do if I get the opportunity.
Think it'll suit you, the game?
I think it'll be, I think it'll be a good challenge. We had wickets in England, especially Derby, which threw up a lot of challenges in terms of spin, and playing most of my first half of my career at the SCG was always tough too, especially when I first started, because there was a lot of spin at the SCG wickets then. They were really dry and barren, so take those experiences. Probably the main reason why I do play sweep shot now. But the sweep shot's not the be and end all of doing well over there either. So I won't pigeon myself just for that one shot.
So optional training session today, I believe. Do you expect many of the guys to still get out there and do something?
Yeah, I think most of the guys will. Bowlers 50-50. I think if not all, the batsmen will probably be out there, just because we didn't get much of a hit yesterday. And the WAC is a very different place to play cricket compared to the rest of the grounds of the world, so I think they'll be out there.